All right, man. Long overdue video for everybody because y'all know me. I don't know nothing about my Vegas, but it's time for me to get into this my Vegas world. And I couldn't ask from help from nobody from other than the king himself of my Vegas, Mr. Ace of Vegas. Now I'm pretty sure everybody know who you is. If
Might
they
have met me
don't,
once or twice.
we gonna go ahead. We can go ahead and let them know. So introduce yourself to those who might not know who you are.
All right, then. Well, to the rest of the TVP fam, what up, you guys? Ace of Vegas here. Hope you're doing well. To my spinners and sharks that are crossing over, you know who it is. So, I am also a Vegas YouTuber, Vegas vlogger. I got my start doing the My Vegas games, and basically, what I teach y'all how to do is how to live better and save money in Vegas through my favorite thing to do, which is gaming. So, simple enough.
That's what's up, man. And yeah, if y'all don't know, I'm gonna leave his link in the description below. Y'all gotta check out Ace. He is legit the king of my Vegas. Anything you need to know about my Vegas, this the man to go to. As y'all gonna learn today, because I'm a complete noob to my Vegas. I don't have a my Vegas account. I don't know the full details, but I'm going to after the day. So what we gonna do today? I made a
All
new
right.
account. I'm gonna let you show us how this my Vegas works. So let's start off. What exactly is my Vegas?
All right, so myVegas is probably the greatest marketing strategy I think I've seen out of MGM. Honestly, this is the one thing I think Jim Murin got right.
Okay.
Now that this is a good time to say that the opinions of Ace
Yeah.
of Vegas belong to Ace of Vegas, but no, jokes aside, though, I really it's a really good marketing technique. What they've done is they put together a community of people who like to play video games and do the Vegas stuff. I'm sure if you're familiar with Vegas, as you gamble, you get comps. Well, this is a system
Right.
that you can use to get comps before you step foot in a Las Vegas hotel or casino.
That's crazy,
Yeah.
man. That's crazy. Now, is it legit? Let's is this a real
That's always the
thing for
kicker.
those?
Yeah, people wonder
Yeah.
is it a
Is this
scam? Is it
for
legit?
real? Is it
It is
what's the kicker
100% for
behind it?
real. I have, for the last 5 years on YouTube, I have been playing this game, redeeming rewards, and getting buffets for free, getting rooms for free. I've been
It's
getting
crazy.
show tickets for free. I took my wife to go see Fantasy because I played this video game over here. So it's a
Wow.
great way just to, have a good time and do some legit things in Vegas. The best thing about it, it's not some rinky dink little cracker box on the side of it. Like you ain't gonna get a room at the Travel Lodge. You're getting rooms at the Bellagio. You're going to Mandalay Bay. You're going to Aria. You're going to Vidara. So
That's solid.
real like level 4, level 5 star properties on the Vegas Strip itself. So
All right. So what you telling me is somebody who don't know nothing about my Vegas, I can download my Vegas and I can play these games and then I can go to Vegas and I can get some comps or get stuff for free. That's what you telling me, right?
easily and pretty much instantly. It takes a little bit of work, so it's not going to be downloaded and I'm good to go. I got 3 nights,
Okay.
but you can get a little something out of it. So it's some good stuff.
So I gotta throw the last part out here before we get into it. How much is this gonna cost me?
So yeah, you do have the option to pay a little bit for it. With my strategies, my spinners and sharks, we don't pay. We
Oh,
just play.
okay.
So I'm just saying.
All right.
So you do have the option to pay for it a little bit, but honestly, you can go ahead and do it all for free, and you still get your comps free. So it's good stuff.
All right. So you saying we can download my Vegas, we can get free comps, free rooms, shows, all of this, and it's at all MGM properties, and I ain't gotta spend a dollar.
All MGM properties in Las Vegas, and even a couple of them that aren't there.
Man, this is crazy. All right, well, let's get into it, man.
All
So
right.
you the tour guide. What's the first thing we need to do?
Okay, so now that we've gone over it, we should probably explain what the basic objective behind playing My Vegas is. So the
Okay.
simple objective that I would say is you're going to play these games, you want to play them as long as you can
Okay.
by using as few resources as you can so that
Okay.
you can maximize the amount of loyalty. It's very much like playing in a casino where you're playing you're playing your Heidi, you're playing your Buffalo Gold or whatever. So you're putting in, instead of putting in your money, you're putting in this virtual currency that doesn't actually exist and doesn't cost you any money. So you're
Okay.
playing through that, and then as you go, it rewards you for your time. So you get points back, kind of like on a casino card, like your MGM rewards card or your
Mm.
Caesars entertainment card or something like that.
I heard you said it takes time. You got to play. So
It does take a
on
little bit of
average,
time.
how much time? How much if someone like me who just getting started? How much time I need to invest in playing to get to start seeing some free stuff, even if it's not free rooms, if it's free tickets or free
Oh, honestly, you
buffets.
can you can get it done within the first day. I just finished writing a video about
What?
this. I just finished writing a video about this, and if you so here's the thing:
Nah.
you got to make sure you're playing. You got to play it with a certain strategy. But you
Okay.
can honestly, your first day, you can walk away with like 40,000 points.
That's
Pretty easy.
crazy, man.
Yeah.
All right, man. Sound too good to be true, but we finna get into it. All right, so
That's why we break it
we
down. We
got
got to
the
hit the
bases down.
loopholes. Yeah.
Yeah, all
Okay.
right, because all right, I'm intrigued now. So what we need to do from here? So we got the bases down. You gotta
Yeah.
obviously this not gonna happen right away. It take time,
Right.
but it'll be worth it in the long run. And it makes sense because it's gonna be tied. I'm gonna be assuming that this is tied to your MGM rewards account, correct?
Definitely, it is indeed. Yeah, so there are a couple things you are going to need for it. One of them, yes, you
Okay.
did mention the first thing, your MGM Rewards account or M Life. If you're old school like me, I miss M Life, but
Still call it,
yeah. So
yeah, I know.
yeah, you're absolutely. Yeah, I know. It's a bad habit, but yeah, you're going to need your MGM Rewards account. Doesn't matter if you have the credit card. Doesn't matter if you have a Noir or if you're a basic Sapphire member. As
Okay,
long as you have it, as long as you're signed up, you're good to go. So
perfect.
that's one. Next thing
All
you need
right.
is a Facebook profile. So I know some people don't like using their main one.
Oh,
A Facebook profile is pretty necessary though, because
okay.
that's where they tie it all together. That's how Play Studios, those are the guys that run myVegas. That's how they tie everything together. That's how they keep all
Okay.
the databases together.
All
And
right.
that's also how your games share points and how now they don't actually connect you physically to your MGM rewards account. So it's still separate from that. So you
Okay.
don't even need your real name on it or anything like that. You could be, I mean, you could be Vegas, first name, last name, Paradise if you wanted to.
Okay. All
Except
right.
my boys already got that, but you know.
That's
So yeah,
right.
you could do that. I mean, you could be Bruce Wayne on there. They wouldn't care as long as you got the right email address. So that's good. So you're
Okay.
gonna need your Facebook profile. You need your MGM rewards account. Next thing that you're gonna need the email address to your MGM rewards account. This is one that people
Okay.
mess up a lot.
Okay.
Whatever email that you use, you have to keep that around. You don't have to use it for that Facebook profile, but you
Right.
absolutely have to have that email that's attached to your MGM rewards. If you don't
Okay.
have access to that email anymore, you need to immediately get in touch with MGM rewards, either through the phone, through instant messenger on their website, whatever. But you got to get that changed because you're going to need that to redeem your rewards. That's huge. Last thing you need one more thing. You need
Okay.
a platform to play on. So most of the games, about half the games you can play on PC. So whether it's a Windows PC or a Mac PC, as long as you have the
Okay.
web browser, you're set to go. And also another good option is you can use your phone, you can use iPhone, you can use Android. It doesn't really doesn't matter as long as you got a phone. You can't do it on a Windows phone. Can't do
Oh,
that. But it has to
no,
be
not on the.
not on the Windows,
Oh man.
man. But you have to have iOS or Android,
Man,
whatever
sorry,
version you have.
Windows users. If y'all
Yeah,
got
all
Windows
three of you.
devices, that's unfortunate.
All three of y'all with the Windows devices, and one of y'all that still got his BlackBerry.
Yeah, y'all might want to switch on over to the other platforms.
Time for a little upgrade there.
Yeah,
Verizon
yeah,
got
yeah.
deals.
Actually, for this, I made. So, do I need to use my account, or you want to walk us through it? How you want to do this?
Oh
I
yeah,
did make
actually,
a
let's go
empty.
through. If you got an empty account, I think we should try it out with yours. Let's walk the people through, man.
All right, yeah, I made a empty Facebook for this. Let me pull this up over here
Yeah,
momentarily.
cool. Well,
And
while you're doing that, here I'll go ahead and break down the different games that people can play.
okay,
All right, cool. So while Tim's pulling up his Facebook account in the browser over there are actually a couple different games that I'm going to recommend that you all download and play. So the first one is going to be myVegas Classic. That's available on your PC, whether it's a Mac or Windows PC. It doesn't matter as long as you have a web browser like Safari, Google Chrome, Microsoft Edge, Firefox. It really doesn't care. Whatever can take you to Facebook.com so you can play this game. The
okay,
next one is going to be myVegas Slots Mobile. So that's available in your Android App Store or your Apple App Store. You can also get to that on the web via myvegasslots.com. Next one is myKonami Slots. That's also available on Facebook with a PC, or you can get it on mobile devices too. So that one's cross-platform. The
okay.
fourth one, my personal favorite, is myVegas Blackjack, just because, I mean, y'all know it. I like the card games. So that's one that you can exclusively get on the
I
phone.
need that. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
me. I
That's the
need
one
this.
that you need, man. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
that's the one I
that's
need for
phone
sure.
only. That's so you can get that on the phone.
All right, so now y'all know what to play. I got
Oh
the
no,
empty
that's not
face.
it. That's not it, bro. That's
Oh,
not
that's
it,
not
bro.
it. Oh, my
No,
bad.
we
I'm
got
sorry,
more. There's
boss.
even more. Oh man, no,
Okay,
there's
let's
more
go.
loyalty points to get. You gotta
I'm
get it.
sorry. My
So
bad. Yeah,
no,
let's
you
do
good,
it.
bro. I got you covered. Next one is gonna be Pop Slots. So that's their fifth one. It's kind of like it's kind of like World of Warcraft, only playing slots in there. It's kind of like, it sounds goofy, but it's actually one of the more engaging experiences. Honestly, I think it's a little more fun. You get to customize your character a little bit. You walk around the casino before you start playing the slots there. The drinks don't come out of the phone, though. That's a little disappointing. But the penultimate one, so this is the second to last, is myVegas Bingo. It's one of the newer ones. And as dumb as it sounded, I really was not sold on this game at first. And then I got to play it. I played it on stream with my subscribers, and we had a blast doing it. It is it's like, I don't know, it's lightning round Call of Duty bingo there. You get power-ups and super moves and all that, and then you just get the points for that. So that one's actually kind of dope, I'm not going to lie. And finally, last but not least, is MGM Slots Live. I know it doesn't have myVegas in the name, but it is attached to that series of games. It's made by the same studio, and they also do count the loyalty points. Now, the reason I mentioned all of these games to you guys is because they all share a pool of loyalty points. Now, they only have their own separate bankrolls and chips you have to keep in mind. So if you got 1 million chips on Blackjack and you got 5 million chips on Konami, that's not going to combine. But if you get 4,000 chips in Blackjack today, or 4,000 loyalty points in Blackjack, the gold coins, and then you get another 4,000 in myKonami, it's going to combine. So you're going to have 8,000. So you can get more and more a little easier. So that's a nice little trick for later on in the video, just FYI. All right.
All right. We here.
Okay, cool. So let's start on the Facebook. Now? So we're going to go up to the search bar in the upper left-hand corner of the screen. And we're just going to search myVegas. Okay, so when we're searching there, you're going to see the video game. So you can click on that.
Right here?
And that's the actual page. Now, if you scroll down, you're going to see a little link there. They're trying to rebrand the whole thing.
Okay.
Oh, there's a link. The apps.facebook.com/playmyvegas in the About section. That's it.
Oh, this one right here? Okay.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so you click on that link, and it's going to load it up here, and this is going to be your myVegas Classic. So yeah, this is going to request information so we can post on your timeline. You don't have to do this because it lets you manually control it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So once you do that, it's going to load up. There's their, what's the name of the mascot? I think Mitzi. I think they call her myVegas Mitzi. All the characters have names. All right. Perfect. And let's go ahead and start with.
What am I looking at? What is this?
Okay.
This
what you're looking at right here? Yep. That's the whole app right there. So it starts you off, and it's going to bring you in it's going to bring you into the game. So it's going to bring you in to start you with a tutorial. So basically at this point, what you want to do, and actually it's going to start us at about 250,000. You don't really need to do that. For your first few levels, you can bet kind of low. That's a big mistake a lot of people make, is betting big early, just because they like that adrenaline. They like that serotonin, dopamine rush that they get from seeing the big wins. We should probably briefly go over the screen before we actually start.
I was just about to say, you want to tell me and tell us what we looking at, what we got on the screen?
All right, cool. Here, let's start with the upper left-hand corner of the screen there. So you're going to see your name over there. So TVP, obviously, that's who's playing over here. And that's just going to be your name. That's just going to be who you are. 1 over is going to be your level. So your level and experience, it's not as critical to the gameplay as you think. Basically, as you level up, you're going to have access to more features in the game within of itself, but it's not going to affect your rewards.
Okay.
All right. 1 over from there is going to be those gold loyalty points or myVegas rewards coins. Those are your bread and butter. That's what we're here for.
So right here. This the money maker right here.
Exactly. And we're going to increase those via play and based on how much time that we play over there. So that's going to be the big one. You're going to see those 2 big green and blue buttons in the middle over there. I never have cause to press that. You can press it if you want, but that's what it's going to do is it's going to bring up the in-game shop. So you have the option to collect some free chips at the very bottom over there, which I would do because they refresh those every 3 hours. So you're honestly always getting resources. Yep. This is like your ammo. If you're a Call of Duty player, this is your ammo. You got to make sure you always got a clip on you, right?
Okay, so that's right. Yeah, okay.
You can buy some if you want to go the easy route, but if you want to do it the fast route, you're going to do it our way.
Okay.
All right. We can close that out. We can close that out with a little red X over there. It's going to offer you chips a lot. Don't worry about it too hard. The next one is going to be that gem in the middle over there. That's going to be your VIP level. If you want to click on that, there's a small explanation of a few things. So basically, it shows you what your tier status is, your VIP benefits. You can click over to, and it's kind of like. This is almost like being at a rewards at a rewards program in a casino, honestly. So it shows you how many
Okay.
points you can get. You just get this based on logging in to the different games and how often you play and all that. So you get
Oh,
extra
this is
chips in
wild.
your email. You get a bonus. You get priority support depending on your level. So it's a neat little thing, but it's not really terribly critical to gameplay.
Okay.
So those are your perks. So we can close that one.
All right. And I guess the how to earn. Oh, this tells you
Exactly.
about
Yeah.
how
So you
to
play the
earn too.
bonus wheel. You can buy points from the store too if you want to, and you need to for the very high level ones. But for most of the mid tiers, you can play for free, and it's fine.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Next one over is going to be the red coins over there, as people like to call them, or just the chips. That's just your currency that you're betting with. You get those for free every day when you log in. You also get them for free by clicking certain links or also by collecting them inside the game. There are places that you can collect them inside the game too, as far as aside from the store. You can also collect them for free when you level up. And there's also a feature called My Strip that we'll get to later where you can pick up different chips as you level up and continue.
Okay. All right.
So that's pretty cool. The main part of the screen here, obviously, is a slot game. If you ever been to Vegas, this is the slot machine. I don't need to explain that to you. If you're new to Vegas and you haven't gambled before, a slot machine, it's basically a big, it's like a big iPhone game. You put in some money, you press a button, and if it lines up with enough symbols that match,
And
you win
pray
money.
that it hits.
Right? That's all you can do. That's all you can do. It's all RNG, man. So yeah, you can control how much you bet based on the plus and minus buttons at the bottom, and you'll see your total bet in the center. General rule of thumb in the real world is you only want to bet about 1,000th of your bankroll at a time. Obviously, it's a video game. We have a little more leeway. I'm going to recommend though that we start with the minimum bet for this one, and I'm going to tell you why. Just because there's early on in the game, the odds are stacked so much in your favor that you don't need to risk a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what I need to do here?
So at this point, let's go ahead and go down to the bet. So we're going to click the minus button. We're going to drop that down to the minimum. So
it ain't going no lower than this.
Okay, that's about where we're starting then. Let's go. Okay, so first thing that we're going to do.
I was going to say, because I tried to raise it up. Yeah, I can't
you only
raise
have
it
the
up.
one bet line to start. All right, so it looks like it's going to start with about 250. So that's not bad. That's not bad. There are other games that you can play that have lower bet lines, but we'll start with this one. Kong is a good one.
All right,
so
sounds good.
Next to this point, you just have to press the spin button. So that's that big green button on the side. Yep.
Okay.
And boom, looks like we already leveled up. Already that good. So now you can actually jump over to, so now you've gotten your first 10 loyalty points just for leveling up. That's good. And you also got 100,000 extra chips for you to play with. So even if you lose, it's not that big a deal. We'll go ahead and play that one later, just so we can get a better understanding of the game.
Okay.
So we can X out of that. Correct. Okay. All right. And let's see if you actually hit. Oh, and you won a couple of chips. Not bad.
All right. Cool.
All right. Now you're also going to notice next to the pays over there in the lower left-hand corner of the actual slot, you're going to see that coin is halfway filled up, right? So that's your loyalty point coin. So the more times that you spin, the more that fills up. After that fills up, it grants you even more points. So if you hit the spin button again, you're going to notice you're at 120 right now. So we're going to take that. It will hit play later.
Okay.
So we're going to take our 100,000. Perfect. And then it's going to fill up a little bit more. So now we're up to 130 because we got the level ups. And if we do one more, it should fill up to the top and it's going to grant us some loyalty points. Yep. And you just saw it pop up. So you got two grants. You got the 10. You can play later.
All right.
And then boom, we're up to 150 already. And then it's going to ask a few things. But yeah, you don't actually have to do this.
The hell? Okay.
Yeah, it loves doing that. It's a way that it's. And now you got a bonus. And now you got a bonus in here. So now we got a Kong, so it's going to give us a respin. Here we go. And we should get a decent win on this one. This will be all right. There's another Kong, so there's a respin there. So those are going to be wilds. And we should get, if we get one more, we'll have a pretty banging hit. Okay, all right. That was all right. 250,000. So we got our, all right.
Where my volume on here? This thing loud.
Oh yeah, you can only turn off the sound. So you can click on that and you can turn off the sound.
Right here.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, and you can turn off the music.
All right, cool.
Right.
Okay.
All right.
So you just won some. All right, so I level this just went up, right?
Yep, so that's gone up. So you started with 100, you're already up to 150.
Okay, cool.
So you're in pretty good shape there. And then now you're probably going to get tired of just pressing the spin button, right? So you're going to see next to the spin, there's a smaller blue button that says auto spin. So you can click on that one And then, also uncheck that share with your friends box if you don't want it spamming your friends. And then you let it go.
Oh,
And
so this.
it wins you some
Oh,
chips.
okay.
And then it just kind of does its own thing. And you're also going to notice occasionally you'll have these challenges here. So if you do certain actions, it's going to reward you with extra chips. So because you spun
Oh,
5 times, you get some extra chips. It's
excuse
called a
me.
milestone.
Okay.
Yeah. So we got that, and
Interesting.
then looks like the next one is spin 10 times. So it's going to give you 1,000,000 chips for spinning 10 more times. So you can just click spin and let it do its thing.
Wow. And so this just goes on autopilot. That's crazy.
And that's pretty much the basics of getting started with it. So
All right. So
yeah.
do I need to let these spins finish out, or I can cut this auto spin off?
Oh, you can cut the auto spin anytime. You just got another 1,000,000 points just for doing it.
That's wild. All right.
Yep.
It's a good starting point. So what we doing next?
All right. Well, if we do want to go, we should show them one of the mobile ones. I think myVegas
Okay.
slot. Yeah, I think myVegas slots mobile would be good. So we can just go to myvegas.com.
Okay.
There we go.
Oh, you said this is the mobile. All right. So let
Yeah,
me
so
ask you real quick while we were.
yeah.
Oh, well, it's gone now. So how would all of that have connected to my MGM account if I was actually playing that?
Oh, that's actually the best part here. So at this point, what you're gonna do? Well, first thing that you got to do, you got to make sure you link it all together with the Facebook account, right?
Okay.
So it's going to ask you to log in. So you got to get the Facebook account loaded and linked and all. And then once this loads in and links, I can show you how it connects to the MLife account.
All right. I'm guessing this is probably the most popular one.
This is the easiest one to get to just because you've played, just because you played the game. And you see it's already linked up your Facebook because you came from the browser. So
Got you.
on your phone, you have to log in manually, but this works just fine too. So you can do either or.
All
So
right.
you see
Where's
now
this
you
sound?
have
Here we go. Hold on. Let me cut
310.
this sound off. Hold on.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Just
So
for
you
video
notice that
purposes, y'all can go in here and dive in and turn the sound all the way up if y'all want to. Knock
some
yourselves out.
some of them actually do have some pretty bumping tracks. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
Yeah. So you'll see over here, and you notice that your loyalty points. It's a very similar layout. They just make the chips purple instead of red. You have a different amount of chips here. You have some more because it's a different bankroll. And you're
Okay.
also going to notice that your loyalty points are up to 310 instead of just the 210 because you get an extra 100 just for starting this game. So you're already up to 300. So you've already tripled your bankroll, your loyalty points in 5 minutes here.
That's crazy. All right.
Yeah.
Good. That's
All
a good
right.
start. I like that.
Yep.
All right. So this right here, and so we on the this right here is a game in itself or the start to some other.
Oh yeah. It's a game within of itself. So this is a separate
Okay.
game entirely. You get your own chips for this. It's got its own machines to unlock too. Bridesmaids
Okay.
seems to be a pretty popular one. I do like that one. Lucky Pinata I like. I've had terrible luck on Baking Blitz. So all the different, and you can actually choose different machines. So on the other game, you can choose different machines too. That's what we were unlocking was different slot machines. And these are all different slot machines that you can play. So you can click on any one of them and it downloads it into your cache, and then you can do that. So Lucky Pinata is a good one to start with. That's got a relatively low bet pool.
Now, I guess the magic question is there any that or might be jumping the gun, but any of them faster than the others, or are they all about the same? It's just
the Konami ones are a little bit faster. Because they usually have fewer features. They're not as much fun to play, but they have fewer features and they auto spin a bit better. So usually the Konami ones and I think the Ainsworth ones are typically faster than the original ones like this one. So this is a myVegas original, but the ones that you see in real casinos like Dragon's Law and China Pandas and things like that, those are going to go faster for you. Yep.
All right. So what are we doing here? Hitting the spin button?
Yep. Press the spin button. Yeah, you can even press and hold down on it, and it'll auto spin. So you don't even need the separate one.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And now it's auto spin.
Now it's on auto. All right.
And now you can let it roll.
All right. And so this is the one for mobile.
Yeah, this is the one for mobile. So you can play both. So you can play both of them up to a point. Now most of these games will have a soft limit on them. So you can usually only get about 4,000 loyalty points per game on average. There are a couple caveats to that.
Okay.
You can usually only get about 4,000 on average.
Okay. Right. Now, could I play both of these at the same time? The one I was just on?
You absolutely could.
Let's do this. Let's do this for the video then.
Yeah,
let's go ahead.
So you want to keep them in separate tabs because it's going to pause the other one. So you want to like put them side by side, do like a snap.
Okay. Yeah. So you literally could just put this on auto spin, this runs, and then you're over here playing this one.
Yep.
And then this one will roll.
Exactly.
Wow. Okay.
And it's gonna keep offering you stuff like that. It's gonna offer until you buy something, basically. But
I
yeah, you
was
got
gonna
to
say
do it.
that's what it sounded like. Now, what were we just playing over here?
All right, so before we were playing Kong, there are a few other games here that you can play. Most of the more original ones, like Excalibur 2, Marty's Magic, they're going to have a lower betting minimum. So that means you can
Okay.
stretch your points a little bit longer.
All right. Oh, here we go. Okay, cool. Got it. So all the selection of games are down here. So just take that
Exactly.
road.
So you can pick out whichever one that you like. I think you've got a few of them.
Oh,
Most of
because
yours are still locked up
right.
because they're
I see
early
this
on.
down here at the bottom of the lock.
Yeah,
Okay.
and you'll get those as you level up naturally.
Okay.
So that's a favorite of mine. That was actually the one. I started with the original Excalibur way back in the day, but it's like a variation of the one I got. This
Oh, I
one's a
see
really
what you're
good
saying
one for
about the
getting.
minimum because it's
Yeah,
75.
so it's a much
Okay.
lower bet minimum. So you can play this much longer. That's about you can play that like 4 times longer than you can play Kong. So that means you're going to keep going. You're going to keep getting more spins. As you do more spins, you get more loyalty points. So that's the
Okay.
goal. You want to make sure you don't run out of chips, but you don't need a ton of them. So you don't need to bet a ton. You just want to make sure you're stretching the budget.
Right. Okay. And this one's still working.
Still going.
All right. So is at a point so we can auto spin this one.
Spin and win, man.
And
There you go. There's another 10 of them that just hit.
that's wild.
Yeah.
All right. So this is how all of this works. So
Yep.
this one, myVegas.com. This is strictly for mobile, right? Just to clarify. Yep. And then this one is through the Facebook.
That one's through Facebook, exactly.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Now, keep in mind, it has to be Facebook on your PC. You can't play it through your app on your phone. Not very well unless you have like a really high-end browser. It's possible to do. It's just kind of a pain in the butt, if I'm being honest with you.
Okay. We got the mobile version of myVegas. We got the Facebook version. What's next?
Now at this point, you just kind of let them build up. You keep it rolling. You could do different things too. Like you can add on myKonami slots. If you have a phone, you can add myVegas Blackjack. That's going to be all.
That's the one you. Let's talk about this myKonami. You said that's your one right there. All right. So what do we need to do from that?
So myKonami, you can also search that in the Facebook. So you can go back to Facebook and then you'd scroll up to the myKonami slots. And if people know Konami, if they played Metal Gear Solid, that's a good example of it. Yu-Gi-Oh, they own Yu-Gi-Oh, the trading card game too. So they're actually, but yeah, they're a really big slot company. Honestly, not just here a bit in Macau too. Actually, they're a huge Asian slots company. So you can just click the play the game over there.
Okay.
And it's gonna load up, and it'll do the exact same thing.
Okay. All right. So we gotta wait for this one to load up too. All right, cool. Right. So this will be a load up point. This crazy. So you could legit just let 2 of these run.
2 or 3 of them run.
Okay, so you would say this one will be better to run on a phone versus
that one would be great to run on a phone, honestly.
What's up with Blackjack? Let's talk about Blackjack.
That's Blackjack, actually, that's an interesting one. So we should probably go back to the let's go back to the game over here. But while we're over there, take a look at some of the rewards too, since you mentioned it.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's gonna probably be the next question. So, what we gonna get first?
All right, yeah, let's go back over to myVegas Classic. I usually recommend using myVegas Classic to look at rewards, just because they show up all the time. But yeah, you also see before we do that though, to answer your question about Blackjack, you see the top level over there next to leagues and my strip, and yeah, so you can actually play Blackjack on the computer too, and then there's a separate Blackjack game too. So if you don't like playing slots on your computer, you can play Blackjack here. And then there's also a separate Blackjack game on your phone. So you can keep getting more loyalty points in addition to these. So you can play those both at the same time.
Got it. All right.
Yeah.
So this one is for this particular one. And you said the separate one, is that like myVegas? It's a specific Blackjack myVegas app.
Just for mobile. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, got it.
And I've got videos of all these things individually on my channel too. So if you guys ever pop on by, then or just give it a search on YouTube. I'm 99.9% of the myVegas results.
Oh, see, here we go. This is my game right here.
Yeah, you know what to do.
Let's just have some fun with it. How much money? Oh, so I can bet any of my bankroll up here?
Yeah, you can bet any of your bankroll. Put $100,000 on there. Put $100,000 on that. These ones I don't. You can. Yeah, usually this game, I'd probably say you can do 100th of the bankroll comfortably, just because it's a little more forgiving than the slots are.
Yeah, let's play a couple hands. See?
Oh, all right. So we stand on that one.
6 showing, of course.
Yeah. And now you're going to get those cheap shots every so often. That's just how it is. It is what it
dirty.
is. Yeah.
That's dirty.
And it gets dirty sometimes. It does get dirty sometimes. Like they just dealt you a 16 over here.
Yeah,
But
boom,
you know,
you got it back.
Yeah, you got your 100 back though. So
now I know you were saying that some apps are tied to some rewards. So let's get into that. How to get the rewards, or how much you need for the rewards, and what you need to do to get them.
Yeah, let's start looking. Let's start by looking at the rewards. Actually, if you want to start, it's good. If you click on the loyalty points, just click on that. That's going to take you to the rewards catalog.
Oh, okay, all right.
Now here's the fun part. This is easily my favorite part of the game, and I love the bingo and the blackjack and all. But this is easily my favorite part of the game.
Okay.
So you're gonna see all this stuff, and it hits you all together at once. So you're looking at the different numbers and how much you need to do something. So if you're looking, you can sort this a couple different ways. So they have the rewards partners, they have categories and prices. I usually recommend going by partners because that's how you're going to easily separate it out. So you'll see NCL, you have Norwegian Cruises in the middle over there. So you can click on that and you can see what they have specifically for Norwegian. Because they have cruises available for you. Those go really fast. Yeah.
You can get on the cruise just sitting here playing. That's wild. That probably
get on the cruise, man. Now the only stipulation, there are a couple stipulations for a few of the rewards, like you got to pay like tax and fees, which that's Uncle Sam. It is what it is. You got to do what you got to do, right?
Yeah, ain't nothing. Yeah.
Can't do much about that. But yeah, otherwise I'll take care of room, board, all that good type of stuff. So that's pretty cool. So you have Norwegian over there, but if you click over, if you get that arrow on, it's going to be one more down. You click over. Yep, perfect. You can go to Aria, Vidara, Bellagio. Let's go to Aria. Aria's always got some good stuff in it.
Yeah, shout out to Aria. We love Aria.
Yeah, I know. That's your spot, man. So yeah, you can get free cocktails in the lobby bar over there. You can get free play with 75,000 points. You can get a free complimentary night for 100,000 points there. You can get
this what everybody want to know right here.
This is what everybody wants.
100,000. So just so we can bring this back full circle. So these loyalty points, we got 360. So obviously we got a way to go. But once this get to 100,000, we can redeem that 100,000 for a complimentary night.
Exactly.
Okay. Because that's the magic question. I'm pretty sure everybody want to know.
Everyone's gonna want to know.
These are the different options at the hotel. Now, is it 100,000 for all properties, or is it just because this is Aria?
Oh no, it's just because that's Aria.
Okay,
oddly, let's go to is a little more expensive. But yeah, if you go to New York, it's
we're not even funny getting it.
No, I understand though. Don't say it too loud. Wonder Woman liked Bellagio. I think she liked Aria better, but she liked Bellagio. She had a good time at Bellagio.
I mean, I like Bellagio too, but paying more to stay at Bellagio, I don't think I would do that.
Oh no, I mean she's not paying for it though. She don't pay for it. Are you kidding? That's what I'm here for. So you click one over.
So their complimentary night is 40,000. Well, okay, yeah, that's a big difference. Okay, so 40,000 loyalty points to get you a complimentary. Okay, so it varies. Yeah. All right, cool. So that's good to know. So we know how to get the rewards and what the rewards are and how to find them, because that was something I had always wondered myself. Was I've always heard about myVegas and how the free stuff. So that's cool. Even if you don't have enough for like the room, you can still get drinks or shows.
You can still get drinks. You can still get like a couple coupons in there too. So even if you're playing even if you only got like a week in advance and you've already paid for things, jump on there, see what else you can get. You're gonna be over there anyway. You may as well save a little bit of cash, right?
Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah, and you can't beat saving money at all.
Yeah, okay, it's a smart thing to do.
Yeah, and if you don't want to save money, I mean, I don't know what to
say about
it.
I'll take it.
Yeah, I was gonna say you can slide that over here. Right? I was about to say we got the PayPal, Venmo, Patreon. Right. Yeah, people can throw it our way.
Let's go.
That's right. All right, spins is done. Okay, so now you said so we're gonna do the same thing over here now again, just to clarify. This the one for mobile, so you can play this obviously on desktop, but this the one you also can play on mobile. So see what our rewards is looking like over here.
Yeah.
So I guess we're gonna click see rewards.
Yep. And you can just click next to that. That's another relevant thing. You want to make sure you have your location on your phone. It shouldn't really be relevant on the computer, but it'll be fine. But without your location, they can't tell if you're they say they use it to customize it. It's kind of like Netflix. They block out rewards for people in certain regions. Specifically, if you live in Vegas or if you're so close to Vegas, they think you're in Vegas. You can't have the rewards. It's not for Nevada residents. I don't know why. Now, obviously, it's for tourism. You want to bring people in, but that's something to keep in mind. So, I'm not saying that if you're a Vegas resident, you should have a VPN or something like that. I'm not saying that.
All right, so these are rewards over here. So, because I know you were saying they're not the same. So obviously, I see we've got Hilton.
Yeah, and you can click and drag. It's supposed to mimic the touchscreen, so you could click and
Oh,
drag, and you got
like
your
if this was on your
Bellagio's in here.
phone.
You got your Royal Caribbean. We actually just
Okay,
got like tickets to the Van Gogh exhibit through Lighthouse. Actually, me and my friends when we went late last year, we went to go see the Van Gogh exhibit, and that was a trippy experience.
oh yeah.
You got to hit the reef before that. Let me tell you. I ain't gonna say what it is. I'm not sure who this is going up for, but it's an immersive experience. I should say it's an immersive
Okay,
experience. Yeah, there we
that
go.
sound like a Area 15
It is very Area
night.
15.
And so
Yeah,
I'm guessing this is the same too for loyalty
yeah,
points. Yeah. So wait,
exactly.
so there's
Yeah,
no comps in here? Where the
no,
comps
no.
at?
So that's because it couldn't determine your location. It hides them. That's why. So that's the difference. Like
Oh,
on your browser,
okay.
it knows because it uses your internet connection. But because this is supposed to be a mobile, it's supposed to use your phone's GPS, and it couldn't
Got you.
find that.
Okay. Got it. All right. Well, here y'all go, ladies and gentlemen, in case y'all was wondering, because I was trying to compare the comps. So, as the expert, are they the same? Is it
They are the
75?
exact same.
Is
Yes,
the exact same?
I'd say
Okay.
the only difference is with myKonami, they add one or two special rewards
Okay.
that are exclusive to myKonami, and that's usually a Konami Connect reward. So that's basically a $25 free play. The regular
Okay.
free plays you usually can't combine because there obviously there's some hoops you got to jump through. There's some catches like you can't have a $300 free play reward and get a comp room at the same time. There's
How do we link this to our MGM? Because
All
now
right, so
this,
that's going
I'm
to be the
pretty sure
big
that's what
thing.
we want to know.
So let me have you click on the 50% off 2 tickets, right? Let me have you click on that. Or the nail. Actually, yeah, let's do the
Oh,
nail service. Let's be, let's make this female friendly. We don't even know,
yeah,
right?
because we love our ladies. All
We
right.
love our ladies. We
Yeah, we
absolutely
love the
do.
ladies. Let's
All
do
right,
this
let's
for
just
the
say, yeah,
list. Okay.
you met my lady, so you know.
Shout out the Wonder Woman.
Shout out
Solid
to Wonder
woman.
Woman.
All right.
Oh,
So we click this. What I need? Oh, read the
yeah, so
term.
you want to agree
Obviously
to the terms and
agree.
conditions, right? Then you go
Yeah.
next. Okay, and oh, it doesn't have enough.
Yep,
So
I
here's
got
what you got to do. So now this is how you link it to your M Life account. So you go to
you. Okay.
rewards, obviously. That's going to pull up. It takes a second to sort out the rewards here. Okay, and then what you want to do is you want to pick on your favorite reward. So let's go. Oh, Wolfgang Puck. He's a good example here. And this is a hell of a brunch in the morning if you're a little hungover going over to Wolfgang Puck. So you get a free entree over here, right?
Yep.
So I pick it. It's the 60,000 loyalty points or whatever, and then you put in your first name, last name, and then here's the critical part: you have to use your email address attached to your MGM Rewards account.
Okay.
Once you do that, that's when it triggers, and then it sends you the reward in your email.
Okay.
So then
Got it.
so once you click on it, it's got it attached to that email. And then it usually, depending on the reward, now this one you can just print off, but depending on the reward, it actually links it to your account and then you get it loaded at the M Life desk.
Okay, that was gonna be the next question. How I get that in
Yeah.
person. So just to follow this up. So once we pick
Yeah.
one we want, when we have enough points,
Yeah.
obviously, put our name in here, and
Yeah.
then we'll put our email address. So we're gonna just throw this in here at this time. So if you don't have a MGM rewards account, you can just go online and create one. You don't even have to be in Vegas to have an MGM. You don't even have to
Exactly.
create the account in Vegas. You can actually do it online, and then you can plug in the email address here.
Yeah. In fact, you actually want to do it before you go to Vegas, frankly, especially
Okay.
for the other rewards, like because you actually do the booking for hotels, like you do the bookings in advance for hotels like this. So you
Okay.
put that in there. And then they also email you a link. And then once you have that link, you actually click on the link. It logs you into your MGM Rewards account, and then you book from there. So it's automatically tied to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it. So once you put that email in there, you're gonna get an email. It'll be from them, and then the link. It'll give you a link in the email with all of the steps to do from there.
Exactly.
Okay, cool. All right, so that's how it all come together. You play, have a good time, but you need to have the email. So
Yeah. So you got to have your
definitely
business right.
tread that through.
Then go ahead and play. It's a good time
Yeah,
after that.
for sure. I'm probably gonna be a blackjack. I don't know. I might mess with bingo. Bingo, cool. bingo
Honestly,
fan.
I'm going to tell you that's I had a couple of common mistakes I was going to share with the audience too, if you wanted
Go
me to.
ahead, yeah,
All right, so
please.
I was going to say, since you mentioned the bingo and all that, so that's a good thing. I was going to say that's my number three biggest mistake I see people doing is not downloading and playing all the games. Now, some of them I think are more fun than others, 100%. But you got to play them all because that's where you're going to get your maximum amount of loyalty points from your level ups, from the ones that you pull in. Play them all.
Play them all.
Let
Okay.
them run, play them all. So that's going
All
to
right.
be that's number three. Number two biggest mistake: betting too big. Everyone always worries about. Here's the thing.
Oh,
That's a
hold on. Let me.
means to an end. That's a means to an end. People
Oh,
always
yeah,
worry
the
about the red
coins up.
chips
Yeah.
over here. I know, yeah, like
Right.
11 billion. That's great, but that really, I'm going to show you something over here too. You as you go through, you get this my strip over here.
Okay.
They're throwing chips at you left and right. You are never going to run out of chips. Don't worry about betting big and getting a ton of chips over here. I can't get rid of all the chips here. You see this? You see how many chips they throwing at me?
Now you said don't
That's
bet too much. Is there like a range you would like estimate, like minimum bet, not max bet, or like?
it's going to be relative to your level. So if you're low level, like under level, I want to say under level 100 minimum, or like a step up from minimum bet on pretty much in machine is going to be more than enough for you to get through. So you're going to get
Okay.
plenty of loyalty points without risking too many chips, and then you just go up a level or two from there.
Okay.
For the mobile games, most of the mobile games are actually time based. Believe it or
Okay.
not.
Okay.
So if
That's
you're
good to
playing,
know.
if you're playing on Android, now if you're playing on iPhone, it's a little bit different. Some of them are time based, some of them are based on how many chips you bet, like how quickly you get
Okay.
your loyalty points. But on Android, everything is time based.
All right. That was number two. So you said don't spend too much. Now what's number one?
Number one, people don't remember to log in daily. Now, it's not as big a deal as you might think it is. The big thing is so you can get your myVIPs up and get your daily bonuses and all that. So that's also going to get you some chips. But the big thing is, and a lot of people are discovering this now. I got like PMs, emails from viewers like, "Hey, I haven't played in so long, and your loyalty points can go away if you don't have an active account."
Anything else for us? You done showed us how to get started. You done showed us what games to play. You've given us your personal favorite, showed us how to get the rewards, how to redeem the rewards, showed us that everything is synced through the apps, even though your coins is different per app. Gave us the top three important things. Is there any hidden gems or anything else you want to drop
I
out
think I
there?
got two more for you there. One of
Okay.
them is about the chips. So, if you're really worried about the chips, my boy from myVegas gifts, guides, and giveaways, there's a Facebook group that he runs where people like exchange information and talk about stories and all that. He owns a website that's called myvegasadvisor.com. And I
Okay.
only recommend that I don't recommend things to people unless I use it.
Okay.
And I happen to also know the guy personally too. So I've used it successfully. So I recommend it on a professional level as well as on a personal level.
Okay.
So he actually, what he does is he goes through, there are all these Facebook communities and pages and all that attached to myVegas that put out these chip links, right?
Right.
What he does is he goes around every day, collects them all from all these different pages, and puts them on one page. And
Okay.
another thing I noticed, and this is the most important one, play this game with your spouse, with your partner, with whoever is your travel
Mm,
companion for this. This game is optimized for two people. That's what I did learn about it. Like all
that's a
the options
good.
are a lot of the features are 2-for-1 features. And a few of these things, like the free rooms, you can only get like one at a time. So if you get the one room at Bellagio, but you stay in like 2-3 days, it's an issue. But if you're
Okay.
staying there and you're there with your wife or whoever, she can have a free room because it's 3 rewards per person.
My man, I appreciate you. Like I said, I couldn't have nobody else doing this for me. So thank you for putting time aside to give me this breakdown and also share this breakdown with everybody else. Y'all comment below, say thank you, Ace, for the support, man, and for the
Anytime, man.
free game. Cause it's not many people. He's the Ace of Vegas for the reason. He's the king of my Vegas. And like I said, if y'all don't know who Ace is, I'm already gonna put the information on screen. I'm also gonna put his link in the description below. Any my Vegas questions, y'all can go to him. Y'all can search it in YouTube. It's gonna be the first one to pop up because he is that guy. Any final thoughts or anything else you want to say to anybody?
Yeah, TVP, I just want to say, hey, appreciate you, man. It's been, this has been great. Thanks for having me on. Like I said, we done hung out too, like got to do a couple podcasts and all that. So I appreciate you and everything you do for the Vegas community. Like,
Appreciate you.
it's majorly positive. So I appreciate you, bro.
Nah, I appreciate that, man. It's the least I can do. I try to give back, and You know, I like to be around good folk, but this was something that I needed the real one for. The man of the man. I needed him for that.
That's it.
So,
Got your
all right.
back, bro.
Hopefully, all of y'all enjoyed this video. As always, if y'all enjoyed the video, make sure to hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new. Make sure y'all go subscribe to Ace of Vegas if y'all not subscribed already. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Take it easy.